Paris's Moulin Rouge has been pulling in the crowds again. Tonight it's fully booked. 900 visitors from across the entire globe will experience the thrills, folly and fantasy of the famous cabaret. A welcome change after last year's dwindling tourist numbers.
In
2016, we only managed to fill 75% of the seats, which is very little. Now, in the first semester of 2017, we've reached 87%, which is a good indicator, knowing that in the busy years, we typically fill 95 to 97% of the seats.
There's been a 15% increase in sales here since the start of the year, a relief for this tourist spot that reflects an overall global trend. Close to 5 million hotel reservations were made across France between January and April. That's a 4% rise compared with last year's figures. Experts put this down to a global change in public attitudes. Since London, Manchester, Berlin and Stockholm, Paris no longer seems particularly unsafe.
La répétition de ces événements
The repetition of these events, the sheer frequency of them, as there have been several over just a few months, means that the public is becoming used to them. That means that tourists have been going ahead organising trips to cities across Europe, and especially to Paris.
On the Champs-Élysées, the crowds are out in full force, alongside a heavy security presence that's now part of the landscape. Just a few metres away, months earlier, a terrorist attack claimed the life of a policeman. But people here aren't letting fear get the better of them.
If we let the terrorists stop us from traveling, then the terrorists win.
We've felt pretty safe the whole time we've been here. I mean, it's definitely on your mind, but what are you going to do? Are you going to hide your whole life and not travel? Because, you know, it could happen anywhere, I think.
France's tourism figures for 2017 already look promising, and that's mostly thanks to the return of international visitors. This year's first quarter figures were a record 20% higher than in 2016.